Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. If you are signing in from India, good evening to all of you, and from somewhere else around the world, then yes, hello, everyone. I see already a lot of people have joined in, and while we wait for others to join in, let's give them a couple of more minutes. So I will take the time to welcome you all to Coding Invaders webinar on how to move to IT with no tech background. And yes, I will also tell you three easy and very simple steps how you can choose the right career and the right career path for yourself. So okay, hi everyone. Hi Ankush. Hi Lakwinder. Hi Ravi Karan. Hello everyone. I can see a lot of you have been waiting for quite a while and are finally here. Hi everyone. My name is Ananya. I will give my own introduction in a while, but let's start with interacting a bit with you. So I would like I would love to get a better understanding of all the attendings that we have here today in the webinar. So drop in your chat, tell me your name, where you are from, and how old you are. And also to add that, you can tell me what you're doing currently. Whether you're working, you're studying, you're doing a graduation or masters or something. So just get ahead in the chat box, and I can read the chats. By the way, I would really love it if you could tell me where you're from, your name, your age. Hi Pallavi, hi Ashima, hi Sandeep, Saurabh, Siddharth. Hello everyone. It's amazing to have you all here, and I guess we can all understand the heat is pretty much here. We all are super excited for today's webinar because not only this is going to be a very knowledgeable webinar for both you and me, both the parties from the different side of the screen, but more than it being knowledgeable, it is going to be a hands-on experience because we have someone, our guest speaker for the day is somebody who has been there, done that, and is the perfect person to get real life experience and understanding of the IT industry from. Okay, so I can see a lot of people from Tamil Nadu, from Delhi. Sonu is doing a graduation in economics. Siddharth is there. Okay, there are people from Hyderabad, Nasik. Okay, amazing, guys. Okay, there are people from Gujarat, Rajasthan, Canada. Okay, there are people who are 25. Okay, so I can understand the age of the attendees that we here have here today is somewhere within 23 to that of 27, and it's great because whatever age you are in, it's never too late to decide what you really want to do for your career and make the best out of it. So yes, it's great seeing all of you here. And moving forward, I hope that you all can hear me and see me clearly. If not, let me know if you're having some problem. Somebody from my team will surely help you up. And it's also very kind-hearted request that during the entire webinar, please stay till the end because we have an amazing contest coming up with you. So without wasting any more time, I would like to give a bit of introduction about myself. So hi everyone, my name is Ananya De. I'm a career guide for Coding Invaders as well. And as you can already see and understand, the reason why I am here is because I'm a tech enthusiast, and nonetheless I will help you today to choose and also guide you how you can choose or decide or make way for the dream job that you want in IT. So yes, moving forward, here is a little bit about who we are at Coding Invaders and why we are here today. So this masterclass that we have today, a webinar slash masterclass we are here doing today, is to support our one of our courses that we have, which is, by the way, one of the best rated courses that we have, which is IT Profession from Scratch to Employment. It is one of the easiest way to enter into IT because when you start with this course, it is perfectly fine if you do not know which part of IT or which career track you want to choose. So you can get into the course, see yourself, try out different things, full stack, front end, back end. You can try it for yourself and then decide which direction you want to get in. So, yes, moving forward, we have a special prize for all the attendees that we have here today. In the webinar, you can get ahead in the chat. I have already attached the link in the chat. So, get ahead, visit the link and register yourself to avail this amazing prize that we have here today. And let me tell you a secret, it is only for you guys who are here. This is not at all open for other people who just comes and visit us on our website. So yes, 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 get ahead and check out the link. It is in the chat box. And we also have a contest going up, and one of you will be able to win a Coding Invaders scratch IT, IT course from just free. And I myself will be choosing the winner in today's webinar itself. So make sure that you are sticking to the end. So yes, let me tell you a bit about Coding Invaders. Those of you who are newly joining us and don't really have much idea about what we do up here at Coding Invaders. So at Coding Invaders, at CI, as we like to say it, our mission is to transform non-IT people. You can be from economics background, sales background, marketing background, A to Z. Any background you name it, you can be from there. And we take the responsibility of shifting you from that particular background, your current background, that to IT. And we guarantee you, I think, that's the best part about us. There is no risk with us. And we have a guaranteed job placement program. So if you are not getting placed, we give your money back. Isn't that great? So you're getting the best use of the investment that you're having with us. Also, our employment rate is 93%. We have learners from over 40 countries. Hence, when I started the meeting, I said that in a good evening to all the people from India and to all the others who are joining from different parts of the world. A warm welcome to them as well. And also, we are the hashtag number one data and computer science online university in the entirety of Eastern Europe. And we recently reached a very big milestone of having over 22,000 plus students who successfully graduated and got placed. Also with us, you really get your dream hike. So yes, I will not be taking up much of a further time of yours today, and exactly and quickly move on to today's agenda. So we have three very simple agendas today that we are going to talk about. So we have kept the agenda very small, and we are going to go real in depth with it. So the first thing is that we are almost towards the end of 2022. 2023 is knocking at our doors. So why enter IT today? I'm sure a lot of you must be having the question that recession is happening, this is happening, that is happening. Is IT even worth it? So yes, we are going to break the ice today, whether it is worth it or not, and why, as to why you should get into it. Next thing we are going to discuss about is the future of IT market in India, and not only in India, in the entirety of the world, inside and outside of India. What all you can imagine, or the career growth you can imagine, the salary hike, the placement rate, everything that you can imagine in India and the world in the upcoming years. And then we are going to talk about the sixth of the most in demand professions in IT. So yes, moving forward, you will also get to ask questions to our guest speaker who we have here today. That will be towards a bit of the end of the webinar. So please, please, please do stay till the end. And all of you who are participating today will get a certificate of participation from Coding Invaders. And as I mentioned before, you will get a special offer for our IT profession from scratch to employment course. It's a very specific discount that we have curated only for all of you who are attending the webinar. And that is not all, not only the thing, but if you stay till the last and register for this course right now, the link is already given in the chat. If you just go on the chat, you will see the link. I am repeating myself, and I will keep on repeating, because this is a golden chance that even I wouldn't want to give on. So get ahead, register yourself, and one of you will surely will win this course for free at zero. And I will be the one who will be deciding, who will be choosing randomly though, but I will be the one who will be doing it. right at the end of the webinar. So make sure that you are sticking towards the end. So yes, I think that that's enough kind of information for all of you to begin with. But this is the time that we get to the person who we have here today, a very special person. We have had webinars with this particular person before, but today is special. Today is very special because you guys are also going to ask a lot of questions to him and directly communicate with him. None other less, we have Hitesh Nalamwar with us today. He has an experience of over 13 years in IT, and let me tell you, not only in India, guys, not only in India, Dubai, Russia, and Europe as well. So he has been there, done that, and let me tell you, he is the perfect guy to answer all your questions, all your queries, and I'm sure he will be able to give you a lot of clarity as to about your career. So yes, Hitesh, can we have you?
Yeah, it's here. I'm here.
Okay, okay. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you can see Hitesh and me clearly and hear us as well. And yes, here's wishing that this webinar and this masterclass is very knowledgeable to you guys, and everybody takes home something from this. Yes, Hitesh. Okay, we have Hitesh here.
Yeah.
Hitesh, welcome to Coding Invaders webinar, Hitesh. Thank you so much for taking your valuable time out and coming here, joining us to help all the learners and help all these amazing people whom we have here. Everybody is super eager to speak to you. So yes, let's move on. Tell us something about yourself, Hitesh. Tell us, to all those of the people who are joining us here and do not know about you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, like I'm a senior technical project manager. I'm also product owner, and I was a development lead. I have been in IT like from last 13 years. I was 4 years in Canada, 1 year in Dubai. I was 1 year in US. I was in Russia for quite a long time. I was in Europe. I worked with those companies on site, and it's really good experience. That I can say. To be in IT. Many people think like, okay, that market will go down. IT will not gonna be working. But I don't think that will happen. We can have, like, you can say, for some time, bit market down. But I know eventually it will grow again, and you guys gonna have a lot of opportunities to work from anywhere. The biggest advantage is like you can work from anywhere in IT.
Great. Hitesh, I think, you are not visible to a couple of attendees that we have here today right now. So can you probably, just do a quick tech check?
Okay.
Okay, amazing, amazing. I think now you're clearly visible. Yes, Hitesh. So, as you mentioned, you have, I'll probably saying this for the third time. You've been there, you have seen the world, and you've seen the IT industry. Even right now, you're working in multiple roles, and for sure excelling in it as well. So tell me that, as also you just correctly mentioned right now, that it is a bit of a low time at the moment. So would you suggest that this is a good time or a bad time for people to shift to IT?
I think it's good time because after some time the market will grow and you will be ready. So it's bad time and good time depend. Even some of you can see in news there are some layoffs. I'm sure they will found other job opportunities. Even I'm not lying. I get literally every week 4 to 5 calls from recruiter to join them. So I think it's good time to join IT. Maybe for fresher, they will fill, at the moment, right now I can say. But in 6 month market, when the market will open, I'm sure they will have a lot of opportunities.
That's great. And when we talk about a good time or a bad time for IT, as you mentioned that even the people are getting layoff, like, so the ratio of people getting sacked from their job to the ratio that the companies are hiring for IT roles is pretty, like it is like 1:5 ratio. So like
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean it is always a good time to shift into IT. And we have seen, while doing research, while understanding and talking to our students, we have seen that IT kind of gives people the salary hike that they are always looking at. So do you agree to it? And how much does having a science background or an engineering background matter?
See, I have many friends who have not even any background. They just completed 12th class and and they study the programming. And they became developer. And they are doing pretty well. One of
Mm-hmm.
my friend, he now in US, the company, and he have not even degree. In IT, and he is like a senior, you can say, head of the development. So I'm sure he make for sure not less than $200,000.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
So it's depend upon you. You have to put efforts there. But I saw, so basically in India, like when you see that here is like mostly we have like craze about, you need to have diploma, you need to have graduation. If you go out of India and you will see, compare other countries, maybe they have not such, like, they cannot found such people there, easily, who have the university degree. Because when I was in Canada, because
Mm-hmm.
I have masters from Canada, so when they ask me, what are you doing? I say, I'm doing my masters. And they say, from where? University? Oh, you are in university. They was like shocked.
So this entire concept of doing higher studies to be able to crack a good salary job or to work in a MNC or man companies, is that, will you say that that's a very predominant notion in India?
Yeah,
And when you go outside of India, people are looking majorly for skills.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and how important do you would you say that in today's world skilling up is? No matter which background you're from, how important is it?
You need to do it always, because even most of the job are like already, you can say sacked, getting sacked, because they don't need it, because we are doing automation. Even in programming, or even in IT, like what we study. So we need to keep our knowledge. We have to refresh knowledge, because after 1 or 2 years you will have some new technology, you need to learn that. But obviously we are in IT, so it's very easy for us to learn that new tech, to switch to that new, you can say, the technology. But for like, uh, but it's like everywhere, you have to keep upgrading yourself, otherwise you will not going to get that hike that you needed. So if you want to get hike, you have to upgrade.
Also, I believe when I talk to my peers who are working in companies, in IT, jobs and everything, I get to hear this one thing a lot, that when they're doing their engineering degree and everything, the course curriculum that they have in the universities and colleges are not quite suited, or made in a way that kind of bridges their gap between classroom and real life job.
Well, I can answer this question very good.
Please.
I was assistant professor in university. I have been 9 years in teaching also.
Oh, wow.
So I also designed some of the courses for the universities.
Mhm.
When I used to design, I design it like it's bit related to the industry standard.
Mhm.
But whatever courses, like especially in India, we have, they are not even near what we needed for job. They
Mhm.
don't teach them. Because when I was in university, they teach me Pascal, Fortran, those languages. I Because even when I pass out engineering, I cannot even code simple HTML page. Because they never teach us HTML.
Right.
So what we need, they don't teach us, in the university or colleges. And that background, it's, I mean, you can say now IT, it became like, you need to be skilled in specific domain. You have to be either front end developer, either a back end developer. There are some, you can say some job they ask for full stack developer, but basically they are just back end developer. They are doing only
Right.
one part.
Right.
They are not doing everything. Maybe for some tasks they do, one or two, because in my team also, I have that full stack developer. They mostly working on the back end side.
Hmm. So this is how we get to understand that the importance of regular knowledge and regular skilling up comes.
Yeah,
And now comes in the picture the entire scenario of specialized courses when we talk about it, which really teaches you, the kind of industry related tools that employers really look after, and which will help you do your daily job, right?
yeah. So it's right now, it's like good people have this opportunity. When I have completed, I have not such courses.
Exactly. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
to do that, it was even hard to crack some, for example, job role. You go and they will ask you, do you have the skills? No, I don't have it. Nobody teach me or taught me that skills. So when we started like working, it was bit hard, you know. Now they have opportunity, they have many courses, you know. Right now they can join and learn that skills, you know,
Mhm.
before, and you know, even because if you go join the company as a trainee or junior developer, if you know these skills already, you know, it's easy to crack that, you know.
Absolutely. And more so ever, nowadays, because employers, even when they're hiring people for fresher job, yet they are looking for certain skills. Previously, when we used to talk about freshers, they would be in a training period for 1 year itself.
Yeah.
But now that thing is not there anymore. So,
No,
you have to be prepared.
yeah, you have to be prepared because nobody will hire you like, okay, I will go to teach you something, because what
Right.
happens exactly, who will teach you when you go to in
Yeah.
a company, you know. There are like already employees, they are already assigned to the project, you know. Company
Mhm.
won't hire you just to keep you on the bench, you know.
Right.
So they
Right.
don't have such programs, you know, that they will teach you. I know there are some company who hire from India, from the campus, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, to crack those interview, you know, and even to go inside and be on specific domain that you like, you know. Maybe you want to become DevOps engineer, you know. Maybe you want to become let's say the in the back end only, or you want to just do only, or you want to do mobile application development. So these are the very specific, and you cannot be everywhere. You can't learn everything because it's constantly changing. It's constantly updating. You know, so you need to learn the new things there, and you can grow further very fast. You know, in fact, initially, like I can say, like 2 years, it's a bit hard. You know, because to learn all these thing, you know, to get used to. Once you crack that first 2 years, you know, then it's very easy to grow
Mm-hmm.
and
Indeed.
very easy to switch even. You know.
Okay. That makes quite the sense, because in the first 2 years you get to have a entire understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing as well.
Yeah.
And once you get that, then eventually your worth and your value as a resource
Yeah.
also becomes very important. So
Yeah.
Hitesh, we are talking about all sweet things right now, but everybody knows, like, the grass is not all green. So if I have to ask you, what would you say are the pros and the cons of being in IT, or just being an IT specialist?
I think cons, yeah, need to update your knowledge constantly if you want to get hike, you know. But if you want to just stay at one job and don't want any hike, you know, and do just one kind of job, then it's okay. And for pros, is like I can say for the specially developers, you can get job anywhere, you know. Any employer will, okay. There are that these, I know that salary from 5 to 8 lakhs, you know, it's incorrect basically, you know. You can get even more. Uh,
Hmm.
depend how you present in the interview and how you have the portfolio you build and what kind of skills you learn, you know. But you can have the more stability, you have the lot of industry to grow. Basically it is growing, you know, and you can
Indeed.
apply in any country, you know. Basically it's in the green list occupation, you can say, you know. And they need those programmers, developer, data scientists, and I can say they will. It's, I think, the only profession in the world where you don't need specialized education from that country. So if you are a programmer in India, you can be programmer in Canada. Unlike
Absolutely.
medical, yeah. If you are a doctor in India and if you move to Canada, you have to pass courses in Canada, for example.
Same applies for lawyers as well, I believe.
Yeah, it's only, I
Yeah.
think, the field that you can work from anywhere, and you
Hmm.
don't need to get the local license there too.
Right, right. Even for teachers and most of the professions that actually matters.
Almost everything, you know, except
Yeah. Even if you're a driver as well, you have to drive on the right hand side in India and go to the left somewhere else.
in
So,
India, it's easy to pass the driving exam. Trust me, in other
true.
countries, it's very hard, you know.
Okay, okay, great. So, as you were talking about the fact that that the IT industry is growing, not only in India, outside as well. So, I to all of you guys present here, I would like to present this particular statistics that I got while I was researching a bit. So, Hitesh, tell me, what you think about all this. So, we came across this thing that US has a $100 billion software industry, and they're looking forward to reach this number by the end of 2025, which is, by the way, just 2 or 3 years from now.
Yeah,
Not that, and that's not much if you look at it, right? And also, India will be contributing to 10% of the GDP by 2025. Again, a very big number, but the time that we are talking about is quite, knocking at the door. And also the fact that over 55 lakh people, and I'm sure that number is quite and is going to increase only day by day, will be working in Indian IT, by 2022, in 2022, or probably 23 as well. So what do you think about these numbers, and how does it affect a person's interest of going into IT or making a career in IT?
Because most of the companies are opening offices in India, and
Mm-hmm.
earlier there was only we used to do the service industry, so Indian IT basically like doing the support thing, fixing the bug or testing or similar to like that, but what happened in recently, we have our started our own product based company also. So they are offering very good incentives, to join the IT, you know
Can
uh,
you name a few of these companies?
like I can say the Flipkart, let's say it's an Indian startup,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there is a Meesho,
Misho, right,
uh,
right. Misho, I've
so
heard.
yeah, you can work from anywhere. They give that policy,
Mm-hmm.
They have another Indian. There are, I think, Swiggy. We have Zomato. These are all like product-based companies. Not service. So we have a lot of unicorn. Even I saw like one article few days ago. We have like lot of unicorns now in startup. So India ranked third, I think, in the startup. First is US. Second is I believe China, and then is third India in, you can say, the number of startups, growing startups. So we will have our own product based companies also, and we already building our in India. They have building many products by themselves right now, and also we are the biggest industry in the world for serving the software, you can say, consultancy or something.
Indeed, indeed.
So
So,
it will go always, I don't think it will go. It's going down because everyone like moving to India, shifting to India.
actually, yeah. So yes, moving ahead, and we are talking about IT, being an IT specialist, and getting a job or making a career out of it. But I think a lot of people who they do not have the basic or the very most important idea of you know the stages of creating an IT product. So if you could just explain a bit about what goes behind the back.
Okay, so this what you show me, it's like actual. It just you can say you can found this diagram in book,
Mm-hmm.
but in real it's completely different because there are a lot of stages like, and it's
Okay.
depend like what you are doing. So basically, if you are like just service based company and you doing some services, you will be preparing some proposals, like you can say the part of pre-sales, and you get when you get the project, you will be collecting some requirement from them. Usually they have already prepared this document because they decided to outsource, and we start building this product.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a design part. Maybe mostly they do the design internally with some internal designer there. uh,
Right.
they don't usually design part, no, they don't outsource because you need to monitor it constantly to check it. Then after coding is also like which kind of coding practices we follow, whether we are working on agile, scrum,
Mm-hmm.
then they have that test, but there are like security review, code review, there are have to write the unit test, integration tests, to make sure that the software we are building will serve thousands of or millions of people, whatever the target market. So in requirement collection, you can say, or understanding the business need. For example, if you are building product, you will be communicating with your own customer what you actually want. Like you just cannot build something that nobody needed,
Right.
otherwise you just lose money and time, and you will build something that nobody will be using. And then after, once you even build it, when you launch that product, you will have the lot of customer feedback, that what they want, what you improve, and you will have, maybe you build one product, and you understand that this product on this market not performing good, and if we improve this and pivot it to another product, switch it to another product, and we can grow faster, so we do that also.
Mm-hmm.
So this what you say, it's what you show, and then product go to maintenance phase. It's happen mostly for service based industry or any industry. Like for example, if I build some architecture, that is just monolithic and not support million user, but my product became very hit, and now I have million user, and for that my product current product will go to maintenance, and in parallel I will build the product that support that million users.
Right.
So this is like you can say the stages of creating the IT product.
So, maybe also like whatever you told me, that other than this diagram, there is a lot that goes on the inside as well.
Yeah,
And it is indeed a very complex process where different people, different processes come together to create one product. And what I got a better understanding thanks to you is that not only, IT, people think that, oh my God, IT, I need to know maths, I need to have tech understanding. But all I got to know more is that as much as technology knowledge is there, there is also creativity
yeah,
that goes into it,
yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah,
if you don't have creativity, as you were talking, that, if you create a product that people don't really use, so it's
yeah.
a waste of time, it's a waste of large amount of money as well, right? So yes, okay, so I mean that's great. And now that we just talked about how different people come together, different processes or different
Like,
profession.
I can say like 30% is coding, 70.
Okay, so and the rest.
Yeah,
Amazing. So yeah, that also opens up one more discussion for us, Hitesh, that to be in IT you need not necessarily just be a coder, right? There are multitude of options which you can, through which you can land in IT, to be very honest.
yeah,
And that brings us to what professions are there in IT.
yeah. So we have obviously mobile developer. In mobile developer, they have like you can say the hybrid developers who work on cross platforms, native developers who work on iOS developer, Android developer. Okay, let's say about the front end developer. In front end, we have a lot of technology like React, Angular, V. So it's depend what kind of technology they are using. Even in back end developer, they have different programming language, and they will be working on different back end technologies. Then we have the data analyst and data science engineer, who work on the data side. This is like very one of the booming profession also right now.
Mhm.
Data analyst. For me, I personally I don't like it. It's a bit boring for me. But
Why would
and
you say so? Why would you say so?
I don't like data to see and look at that to build that reports. Analytic report. I prefer to be in more on the development side or the product side.
Okay.
Product management, and there is a IT project manager. They have so there are like IT, there are project manager, they are like tech, some are the tech project manager, and there are some like just project manager, who do the governance. They have the delivery managers, they have the product manager, the business analyst, they have the system analyst, they have the QA engineer. In QA, we have manual QA engineer, automation QA engineer, we have the DevOps engineer. So there are it's a long list, that even we have the Scrum Master, for example,
Right.
who handle the Scrum and daily, meeting, but they are not the coder basically.
Mm-hmm. So they're more towards maintaining the entire process of how a project goes.
Yeah.
Right, right. So I will also I think it will be really nice if we could just do a bit of in depth about this profession, a little bit.
So you can say the project manager is responsible for planning, initiation, execution. Basically, he controls everything.
Uh huh.
So he control the developers. He makes sure the resources are available. Many times you will be lying to customer. Okay, we have this resource available. Maybe there are some people working in, you can say that, in shadow. Some working on the actual project. Because we have to keep that to handle the risk, to handle some kind of risk in the projects. You can say if that if something go wrong, the project will delay. To prepare the status reports, to prepare the project charter. These are like project manager responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Backend developer is basically they make sure that backend is solid, strong enough. They write those APIs. You can say basically the common language. Like in India we have many languages, and when we cannot communicate, we use the English.
Right.
Here you can say the same one language that know that know the server and the front end, so they just communicate with each other through the REST APIs. Obviously in backend engineer they have that backend security engineers right now. We have that technical leads in backend who do this the complete code review. We have the penetration tester who check that whether those APIs, and they have to make sure that all the best security practices are followed. Otherwise, you build something and then I can steal your money. For example, if it's bank.
Great. So, before we move on to the next slide, I'll just like to come back to the IT project manager part a bit.
Yeah,
So, like, to be a project manager in IT, does one need to be necessarily from a tech background?
it's help if you are.
Okay, okay. So, having the just the necessary knowledge that is required is like makes work, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
don't need to have in-depth knowledge,
no,
or do you?
it's make your life easy. Imagine like two developers are communicating with each other, and you are there, and you will not gonna understand anything. Then what you will report,
Right.
but obviously I know many project managers, they are not in it, they don't have any technology.
But they have grown in their job. They have, learned. They have skilled up with time,
Yeah.
for sure. Right. So yes, moving
So,
ahead. If you could
like I said you
just,
before, there are like two project PMs. Like one is tech PM, is one is just simple PM who do the
yeah.
like planning, make sure the task on time, resources are
Okay.
allocated.
Okay.
So something like that. Yeah.
So even we have that kind of segregation as well
Yeah.
when it comes to job opportunities. Okay. So moving ahead, if you could tell me a bit about front end developers and mobile developers.
So front end developer basically who build the front end for our website. You get
Mm-hmm.
the UI part, and they responsible for look and design. They not responsible, they just responsible for coding the website. Look and design has to be done by the designer, and they follow the designer instruction that what the
Right.
designer make it, and they make sure they build that user interface and connect to the backend APIs.
Mm-hmm.
So their job is not just to build the UI, but to integrate the that API that built and make sure that all data is properly populated there. If there is some problem, to inform user. Like it's also job of UX part. So not to let user go in some place that they don't supposed to be. And we have the mobile developer, everyone using mobile apps now, Facebook, Instagram. So these are the like mobile developer. I love that only native development, that like app has to built in Kotlin for Android, and for iOS has to be Swift. But there are like many cross platform programming languages. I don't like them, or I don't prefer, at least to build my application.
And any reason why?
uh, you will spend more time to make them work properly, like how it work in native. And when if your application is very complex, then they not act like very fast. For example, if you saw any Indian banking app, it's completely garbage.
Okay.
I
Make
don't know why, but it has a bug, it has issues, and that if you use the same Uber app, it's more smooth, more faster. I'm not sure Uber is in native development, but if you use that native app, it's more faster and more better, in terms of performance. And when you need some access system permission, use Bluetooth or gyroscope or accelerometer from the phone, you need to have those native apps have better support for the UI libraries and all this, with rather than hybrid approach.
Right. So, Hitesh, I'm just going to stop you there for a second. I think one of our attendees is having a bit of trouble. Hi, Bunty Mahato. Hi, Bunty. I'm really sorry that you are facing trouble with the language that we are using right now to communicate, which is English. But it was clearly mentioned upon registration that this webinar is going to be conducted in English because we do have people who are joining us from different parts of the country. Some for somebody it's Bengali, for somebody it's Hindi or Marathi or Gujarati or some other language, and English is a connecting language for everyone. So pardon us if you are not able to understand, but this is how we will be going. If you have some problem, just drop a text in the chat and somebody from the team will absolutely address to you. Yes, coming back to you, Hitesh, we have two more roles that we would like to get a bit of insight about, which is quality analyst and the one that you hated the most, which is data analyst.
So,
So we will talk about it a bit.
even I don't like much in QA. I was a QA engineer in the start of my career. I did that uh,
Okay.
to find the bugs. I still do because I'm in the product person. I need to test at least the functional requirement. I do have to test it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, QA engineer is just to make sure that you have the quality products and there are no more bugs, you know. So they just have to test application. There are the automation engineer because it's not possible because we keep adding the new functionality, we keep adding the new code, so it's hard to test the same old functionality again and again. So there is an automation engineer who write the script and they make sure that whatever the previous feature are already automated by test. You know? So you don't need to do those tests manually, and it will save your time and it's a faster process. And data analyst and data scientist are they are the two different role. There are one person he was asking like can he get job without degree. I think you can get the job without degree also, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously you need to work on that, you need to learn that skills, you know. You
Absolutely.
need to build your portfolio that you can show the potential employer, you know, because if you don't have the portfolio, you know, that you don't have anything to show, how they will hire you, you know. So data analysts they have working with mostly with Power BI, you know, tools. Or there are they make sure that whatever that data came unstructured data, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to show them somehow in reports, you know, to generate some kind of insights, you know. So for let's say the restaurant example, how many people order from that online, you know, and out of that how many people were ordering twice a week, thrice a week, you know, or some people they order only once, and what the why they order only once you can send them. Then after through all this data you can do some analysis. Okay, this is our loyal customer, give them some more points, you know. Oh, this guy didn't visit our restaurant, let them send email that oh you have the new discount coupon, try to order it again from our restaurant, you know. So for this, the data analyst job is data scientist basically building the models, you know, AI and machine learning model to make sure that the processing of data is also automated, you know, to
Right.
generate those graphs and to have like for example that recommendation when you visit some site and you see on the Facebook, oh, you want to purchase this, click on here, you know.
Yeah. Okay, great, great. I think all of us got a very clear idea about, and that an in-depth idea about all the profession that we are talking about. And moving ahead, I'll take 1 minute from you, Hitesh, to tell all the audience up here a bit about our course that we have for, this kind of IT profession. And as you mentioned, you start somewhere and then you want to end up somewhere else in IT, in the journey of being in IT. You might like something, you might end up not liking something as well. So for that, in Coding Invaders, everyone, we have come up with this IT profession from scratch to employment course where you start with us, and then over the course of period you master one out of six of the most in demand professions in IT. So you get to choose from front end development, back end development, data analytics and data science, mobile development, quality analyst, or project management. You get the taste of all these different kind of professions, and then whichever fits fine to you and you find it interesting, that is what you graduate from. And later in the webinar I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how you can land your dream career through this particular course. And also, guys, to all those of you who joined a bit late into the webinar, here's me repeating it again. We have an amazing contest today. One of you will surely get this course for free. 0 rupees, yes, for free. You are going to get this course today. So go ahead. You have a link in the chat box. Click on that and register yourself. Put in your basic details, and one of you today itself in the webinar, I will announce the name of the winner of this course for free. So go ahead and register yourself. Yes. So moving forward, Hitesh, I think I would also like to get a better understanding, as you mentioned previously, that 5 to 8 lakhs is very average. There is a very high chance that people will end up getting more. But
Yeah.
what is the career graph when we are talking about front end developers?
So front end they start from like junior front end developer, you know, then they became front end developer, then they became middle front end developer, then they became senior front end developer, then team lead, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and probably end up being CTO, you know, if they want to become, you can say, uh, if they want to go in startups or work, or otherwise they on the team lead or they can become after engineering manager, you know, because this is like another position is recently like many people are interested because I told you that there are technical project managers also. There are some project manager who do hands-on also, and they are like engineering manager, and then they can become VP also there, in the big company. So it depend upon like what kind of career path the company set. But obviously there is a big growth. Or if you want to, while you became middle developer, front end developer, let's say, I
Mhm.
you understand that, okay, I want to learn, for example, back end also, you can become like full stack developer also.
Right.
Yeah, and when you became full stack developer, you can like be like in or you can switch to project management also after. So there are like switch, you can like you can switch anywhere.
So the branching out is
Quite
the
flexible,
best.
you can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The options and opportunity according to someone's liking is a lot.
Yeah, but initially just be good in one.
Mm-hmm.
And don't go here there. If you
Yeah.
switch to it.
So get a basic knowledge, the most important knowledge and skills, and then venture with it wherever it takes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going forward, what about when we have to talk about quality analyst career path? Because we have seen that particular job yields really good package in the market. So what would you say about that?
Yeah, QA engineer is also like they are growing. The QA team lead is they don't get 11 LPA, they get almost more than 20.
Okay.
And senior QA they get, if this depend upon like this. So obviously you can start like cheaper, like 2.5 or 3 lakhs. But you can grow up to easily. Like for example, if you're in another country and you got some remote job, and
Mm,
QA engineer is like $100,000, so then it became 50 lakhs, even as a QA
yeah.
engineer. So it's depend where you are and where you get the job and how you market yourself and how you find the job.
And also negotiation. I think that also plays a factor in it.
Yeah, basically skills after.
Yeah.
Because
As
before
much
that,
important as the hard skills are, so are the soft skills. What would you say?
yeah, you need both. Otherwise, many engineers like I'm working with like Chinese developers, and it's hard for them to communicate. So for
Mm,
example, just few days ago, I recommend him for the job. They were paying him like quite good, like more than 20, and but he cannot crack the interview, because he don't speak English, but he's very good developer.
right. That's really nice.
Uh,
So, mhm.
also completely depend. So you need to have that soft skill, you need to able to communicate with people, you need to explain the people, and you have to be trustworthy. When the people will start trusting you, so, okay, I give you job and you get the done correctly, then I think that you can get crack any package. That CTO 30 lakhs is also very low actually. CTO have very high salary. Is project manager earn like this, senior project manager.
Great. So, I mean, as you mentioned that, a lot of factors really uh, play their part when it comes to how much is it that, you are going to end up having in your payslip at the end of the day. As much as it is important for you to keep yourself skilling up, keep yourself updated with your knowledge, it is similarly important that, you take the right step ahead when it comes to your communication, your negotiation skills, and as you mentioned, how you market yourself as well.
Yeah, other like for example, if you have the LinkedIn profile and I visit and I don't see nothing, how I will hire you?
Absolutely.
So you need to keep it updated. You have to make it good. I know it's not one day job. You can keep it updated gradually. Do something, post something, write something, engage. So you will have more views. You will have more. You can say the better option for the jobs.
People will kind of also come to you with job opportunities and openings, and they will want to hire you, and not always the way around where you're going around with your resume asking for jobs, right?
Yeah.
Great, great. So, yes, everyone, once more, I'm going to pick your brains and let you know about the special prize for the SIT course, which is Start in IT Profession from Scratch course of Coding Invaders. And this special prize is only valid for you guys who are participating in the webinar and are going to stick towards until the end. go ahead. I already have shared one link on the chat box. You just need to click on the chat and register yourself, and you get this super duper exclusive price for yourself, and only if you are sticking towards until the last of the event. Also, we are running a contest right now. If you have already not registered yourself for that, again go in the chat, click on the link and put on your basic details, and you will qualify for the contest. You and one of the person from the contest who are registering from it will get this particular course absolutely for free. I will call out and decide on the winner towards the end of this webinar, so make sure that you're sticking to the end. Yes, and moving forward, and now I think comes the most interesting part for me as well, Hitesh. How did you choose your path? What was your career growth and traction like? Tell us all about it. Where did you start? Where are you now?
I was a DBA, then I became teacher, then I was a QA, then I was a research engineer. But obviously, teaching it was like in parallel,
Mm-hmm.
that what I used to do and what I like. Then I was a developer, iOS developer. Then I did a bit in backend. That time they needed some guy who can understand the tech and communicate with the clients also in English. So they moved me to project management. Then I was a senior PM, head of PMO. Then I have started my own company. I was a CTO, and then after that I was a product manager.
And can you name a couple of companies that you worked for? Because I see a lot of people are asking that where you're from. So if
Uh,
you could
uh,
explain.
I didn't work for Indian company. The Zmatic is my first Indian company. I was in National Research Tom's Polytechnic University. It's in the top 500 in QS ranking. I was in Thrissur. It's Tom State Radio Electronic University. It also in top 500. I'm working Hazelt University, Belgium. It's one of the top university. I work for a Canadian company called Volt, and I also work for eCloud Control. It's a US based startup. I have worked with the frequency you can see. It's a company in US for ad tech,
Mm-hmm.
and I have worked with Russian company SSP software. It's kind of in Tomsk, and I have also worked with some other startups like. My first project was basically with Netflix. I did it, So it was a product launch for the Netflix, and I was a part-time developer and part-time PM on that project.
Wow. That's great. So, you have all the experience that a person in IT could have. That too, not only in India, outside, because I believe the entire working culture as well, when you compare India to abroad, is very different. And you have the knowledge and the best of the both worlds.
Yeah.
So, what is your kind of master swipe to choosing a profession, IT profession? How would you kind of advise somebody? So these are the kind of steps that we have curated, but what are the things that you would like to add or alter?
So I would like to say them like guys, it's I know if you want to go even data analyst or you can say the developer, I know it's initially it will be hard, you need to learn, you need to debug, and if you think that you can do it alone, it's very difficult, you need to have that mentor for those things so to grow faster because you will stuck on the problem, and when you work in the group because when you work in company or project you will be working like with different you can say people and there it is like I can say it's very big domain even in programming what kind of programming practices we follow what kind of even simple like you can say that if you write the code and you merge in the code there will be process like it has to be reviewed by two people it has to be done to the review even for the QA they have to write the test cases they have to write that automation test they write the test cases because to make sure that everything covered so I can say that you need to have that consistent you need to and you have to be sure that you want to do it and I know there will be some time you will feel like okay I cannot do it but just you have to go on don't stop it there and with the right mentor, with the right program, and with the right environment, I can say you can crack this. I just like in the starting also I say like it like 1 2 years, it will be bit hard, but after once you crack it, that market, then it's like there is no stop for that.
Makes sense. You always have to put the accelerator a bit harder when you're trying to climb up, and once
Even
you
for,
go there.
even for me, like when I get assigned to some new project, I have to
Mhm.
spend bit more effort for that. But after like 1 2 week, for me it became smooth. Even for me.
And that brings to my question that you are mentioning time and again that you itself, you yourself have faced your share of challenges as well, and you have surpassed that very nicely. So what would you say are your personal qualities or mantras that you kind of embedded into yourself, which kind of helped you survive and make a footprint of yourself in IT industry?
So I basically, I used to get the opportunities. I didn't look for the job, or I didn't. I just found one job. After that, all those company I have worked, it just came in my path. Like as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, you can say, I was like, I wanted to earn more. I want to live in different countries. To see the different culture. And when I started as a DBA, I don't like it. It was boring for me, my personal. After being into almost all roles in IT, I feel like product management is what I like. I want like to build something or to contribute in the actual product. Initially when I started, I just wanted, okay, just do the project, get some money, and do it.
Yeah.
I want to do because of something I like, and I love, and I want to build some quality product. So I choose my path. Like all Indians, like here we have, we don't choose the path. It's that we have not option basically. Either you became engineer or doctor. So that's how I became engineer.
That's a really troublesome path that you had there, but yeah, it surely all makes sense for sure. And what we come here, kind of a third party idea of it, that where I so Hitesh, I'm cutting you a bit up here. So yes, everyone who is present here, I would really like to know from all of you that what qualities your family, your friends, your colleagues, your uh, probably peers, your friends in college, or anybody, they find good in you. It's more like a knowledgeable kind of a thing, and I think that will help us to get know better each other. Hitesh will also, and he is also, by the way, reading the chat. So uh, tell me in the chat box that what qualities do you think that your friends, family, colleagues, brother, sister, cousins, everybody finds really interesting or good about you. Let me know in the chat. I will come later on why I am asking this question right now, but yes, do that. And with that, we come to this particular part, where we are talking about the importance of having hard skills as well as soft skills, Hitesh. So, these are kind of the soft skills that I believe are important, and I kind of noted it down for everybody's convenience. But what would you, like to add or tell me that how different roles in IT kind of deserves or seeks different kind of, soft skills? Would you like to tell us about that?
So basically, you need attitude for the internal process. When you in the company and you have the right attitude, you get the opportunity to participate or to get into more product. Okay. If you don't have that attitude, then you're not gonna get those responsibilities. Also, the attitude is very important. Because even after 5 years or 10 years, you will be the facing problem that you didn't face it earlier. Because obviously you will not be remembering all the code you have written. We don't remember what we did yesterday. We will be using the Google most of the time. So for main thing is attitude, that how you want to do the things and how you want to contribute and how uh, you can say the grow. For like for the development side, I can say the QA front end. That time you won't be the a customer facing. You will be working uh, in the back. you can say behind the curtain, and you will be communicating only within the team. So that time, if you are very strong in the leadership, or you can lead the team, you can become very team lead very faster, when it came to project management or any kind of manager, that time you will be reporting to the higher management and the customer facing. That time communication skill, you have to have that conflict management that you have written there already, it's the very important, and tech skills also very important even if you are the manager, because whatever the developer discuss or whatever that internal discussion you have to make that into simple word and present into simple word and present it to customer or whatever the higher management you have, and whatever the KPIs you have to achieve, because
Right.
people in front on the top of project manager, there are other roles, like you can say the head of the PMO. You can say they have the all PMO, different project manager, and they are like building the policies for the company, how the project has to be done. What guidelines we should follow in terms of project management practices. And in data analytic, data science, you need to go into more details, because you need to find that insights, from the data. And in terms of, I can say, the you have to learn a lot. Obviously data analytics and data science, they know the Python, and if in future they want to switch to like some kind of in front end development, for them it's
Mhm.
easier. I saw some friend, there was a data analytic and then they switched to development also, because they like development more, you can say. Or they just start working in company, learn in parallel, and take some task from the company itself to
Right,
be
right.
in the development, so to build the otherwise they just use that different tools they have, and to get the proper insights and the work with data. If you don't get bored with data, be a data analyst or data scientist. It's a very good job,
But still the one that you hate the most and find boring.
I don't want to work on data, to see that too
But
long.
it is indeed, we are not talking about data analysts or data science today because that is not the focus. But when we do webinars on them and we have so many students graduating, it is a good opportunity as well right now.
Very good. It's a booming.
Yeah, it's a booming one. Like the companies are looking for it. And I mean, IT industry as a whole, even when people are talking about recession and layoffs and everything, and there we see on the other hand that companies are on a hiring spree and people are getting paid for everything. And also the fact that companies are retaining their employees. It's not that they are just getting it for the sake of it. They're retaining them as well. So yes, guys, I as Hitesh told us all, we believe, and I also think the same, that it is indeed, it is never too late or never too early. And the only good time to shift to IT is right now,
Yeah.
as soon as possible. So, yes, and with that, we move to the most interesting part, or should I say, the second interesting part of today's masterclass. That is a question and answer session with Hitesh. I see a lot of you have, put your questions up, but we will probably give you 30 seconds more. Yeah, 30 seconds more. So go up in the Q&A section and put in your questions, and, we will take some from there, and Hitesh will answer your questions. I can see a lot of questions from Manish, Pratyush. Okay, Hitesh, I think we should start with the Q&A session because we do have a lot of questions already, on hold. So, and also, guys, everyone who are putting up the question, I see that, there are a lot of similar kind of questions. So I'm going to club them, and Hitesh is going to answer the same. So, Hitesh, I come across this question quite a while doing webinars and also speaking to learners. As a matter of fact, they are like, I'm not good in maths, I'm not good in English, and I'm not a good fit for IT. How
So
important is it for maths for IT? Tell us about it, please.
I don't know. No, unless and until you are in that, qualitative analyst or something like that, maybe data scientist,
Mhm.
it, I don't think you need math, for coding. It help bit maybe, but nobody gonna use that, integration, or we have that derivatives, or some other maths in actual coding. So I don't think that math is needed. English, obviously, it's helpful for the communication, but like I said, like I have some Chinese developer, they don't speak English, but they still have work with me. But then if you want to grow, you need to learn English while you working also in IT. Like
That's
upskilling, like we discuss.
so. For example, like we have a question from Shivam, then we also have a question from Shadab, and a couple of people as well. And their major concern is that they did their graduation in absolutely something else. Like somebody's from economics, somebody's from that background or marketing background or something, and they right now want to shift to IT. And one of them is also talking about getting an IT job in abroad, right?
Yeah.
Without having a specific degree in the related field for sure. So how would you suggest them to go about it, having no background in IT or tech, or if they want
Obviously,
to settle abroad?
you should learn that first, whatever you have to do. I mean, if you want to become QA, you have to do that QA courses. Show some experience, show some skills, prepare for the interviews. Similar with development, like I can say, if you want to become developer, you need to build the courses, you need to have your GitHub repository to show that you can write like this code. Some portfolio, and start applying as a fresher. You will land somewhere. Maybe you
True.
will get 10 no's, 15 no's, but you just need one S to start working. Once you have that 1 year, 2 year experience, you can switch company, increase your package by double or triple. And about moving abroad, it's depend upon. So if you want to move abroad, just get 3 year of work experience. That's mostly the required. After that 3 year of experience, once you have in development, you can apply the job, and that employer can sponsor you their visa. That's the easiest way. Or otherwise, you just can go for degree diploma to do there. If you have money and settle there. Yeah.
Amazing. Also, we get this question very often that many people, maybe due to like a little bit on the higher age spectrum, from like 25 to 30 or 35 years of age, we come across this question, and we already have three people asking the same thing, that they had a career break. After graduating, they worked for a couple of years, and then they had a career break of 2 to 3 years or 4 years, maybe due to personal reason, or they were in something else. Can they start their career in IT
Yes, they
after?
can, because right now that many people they having the career break. Maybe someone take because of medical leave. Someone take the career break maybe because of some personal, you can say, the challenges. And I think that is completely okay if you take that career break. And HR understand that you could have the career break, because we are not the robot that work from start to end. We will have this career break. Even I have 6 months of career break actually in 2013. You are muted. You have to unmute. Ananya, you are muted.
Okay, I told you I just had a. Okay. I hope I'm audible to all of you again.
Yeah.
Great. So yes, Hitesh, as you mentioned that you yourself had a 6 months
Okay.
career break, and then there are these people who are having it. I believe this career break thing, even in India, is not that important anymore. And outside India, absolutely, they do not consider this as a problem.
No,
Did
you
you?
can, if you justify it, it's somehow,
Mhm.
it's okay.
So the justification, the knowledge, and again, the skilling up comes here again, that you have to be updated with the current trends or current whatever you're doing and everything, right? So yes, we will take probably one more question from there. Mm, Okay, so yeah, very interesting question that I found, Hitesh, and I think you will have a great time answering this. So we have someone, and she is asking that people think that IT is a very saturated industry,
Yeah, but
and
what's saturated, what's not, you know?
exactly. So the question here is that IT is very saturated. So many kids are graduating in engineering and all that from so many colleges that are springing up everywhere in India and outside. So how do I get a job?
It's not saturated, I believe, you know. No,
Like,
I know in India we do produce millions of engineers every year, even because many of them they don't want it, you know. But here is like you have to be persistent, you know, if you want to pursue something, you know. There could be time you might have to do some courses, you know, you might have to build the portfolio, you know. Like I said, like starting time is bit hard. Once you crack into the IT market inside, you know, once you get that some experience, you know, it's very easy to switch, you know. It just first step is very hard, you know.
indeed. Okay, we will take one last question, Hitesh. I won't hold you back for long. But somebody is just asking me that what is the best way to make sure that your resume and your entire experience while being in college stands out.
No, because you will have not experience, you know. You-
Exactly. So
yeah.
what are the skills or something that you can mention in the resume that you believe
So,
will stand out to the employer?
you should have some, like I said, the portfolio you have to build. You can showcase your GitHub portfolio, you know, build some small website, you know, add this link to your show that what the kind of student projects that you build in the college, you know, and said like, okay, I built this project, what I achieve in this project, what I learn in these projects, you know, and try to found some internship, you know, if you can show that on your resume, you know. But other than that, it just as a fresher they will not be expecting you to have, you know, a lot of achievements there because you will have not, you know. So you just have to mention what you did in college, you know. And
Right.
you can look, for example, you can do some diploma or like some like we have a course like in different courses in IT, you know. So for
Hmm.
example, such course, if you do in third year, you know, in 6 months when you finish this course, you are very good for cracking the interviews in campus, you know.
Indeed.
So you will get job there for sure, you know, to show that oh you already know you can build these things, you know, because many other students will not able to do that, you know.
So it just gives you that instant standing out. You
Yeah,
know, you just get the brownie point very quickly
yeah.
when you have these extra things, and it doesn't also cost you a lot, or it's not much of an effort as well, I believe.
No, no,
So
no. It take effort. You need to spend time for this, you know.
absolutely.
You need to learn that very good, you know, and you
Hmm.
have to do it consistently. Don't do it like I did it 1 week and then don't touch it
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
month and then again back. Then you're not gonna learn anything. You have to do it every day.
So the learning has to be serious. You just
Yeah,
can't enroll and just let it be like that
yeah, and then wait
for the
for
sake
your
of it.
hand on the job, you know.
Yeah.
So
Like that they hired you for a skill and then you just don't know how to do it. That becomes a big boomer. Makes sense. Okay, and you know what? I think with that we are done with all the questions. The rest of them I will be pretty much on the same sphere, so I will not take that up as well. So yes, Hitesh, thank you so much. For joining us today. I think it has been a very vibrant and knowledgeable masterclass and session so far with you. Looking forward to have you once more. This was the second webinar that we did with you. So I also hope that you had a great time.
yeah, thank you. Me too. Yeah.
Okay, so guys, also just quickly go up on the chat and just probably thank Hitesh for his time and everything, and just let us know how much you enjoyed the masterclass and the session and all the knowledge that Hitesh just shared with all of you guys. And please do not leave the chat because. The webinar is not yet end. I will still tell you, how you can land your dream career and dream job in just 3 easy steps. So hold on while I bid goodbye to Hitesh for the day. Thank you so much, Hitesh. Thank from Coding Invaders team. Looking forward to have you again.
Me
Thank
too.
you so
You
much.
too.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, guys, how was it? I mean, for me itself, it was very knowledgeable. I think we got to know a lot about the crooks and nooks of the IT industry. We got to know a lot of profession. The six different profession that we talked about in depth and in details as well. So I really can't see much in the chats, but go ahead and tell me in the chat box that how well did you like the webinar, right? And while they do that, I see a lot of you are having so many questions that about getting a job, about the course fee. Whether you can shift to a different career or IT from a different background. Don't worry, I'm here and I'm going to answer all these queries of yours. So, yes, moving ahead, this is your last chance. This is the last call for all of you to go ahead and register for this contest that is currently going on. And in the next 10 minutes, just in the next 10 minutes, I will announce the winner for the day who will win this course for absolutely free. The link is given in the chat box. So guys, go ahead. This is the last call for all of you. In the next 10 minutes, I will tell you, I will call the winner's name. So yes, go ahead without any further ado and register yourself. Just 10 minutes to go for it, and I will call and announce the winner right now during this webinar itself. So yes, we are in the most awaited and interesting part of the webinar where I, Ananya, tell you how you can, shift to IT and land your dream career and get started with a career in IT. Okay, so okay, I see a lot of questions. Python, Hadoop. Okay, my math is okay, but coding not good, please. Pratik, I will take up your question. I think, Hitesh gave a very nice explanation over this that, you really don't need to be a math pro to have a career in IT. A basic knowledge of mathematics should suffice. And then when you're on the job, you learn in the go. So nothing to worry about. That should not be a deciding factor for you either. So yes, guys, here we are, three simple steps, end to end package of how you can land your dream career in IT. So, we have a course which is known as Start in IT from Scratch to Employment. It is a 6 week course, and you get to, venture into the six different and the most popular IT profession in practice. And the best part about it, you get to see the best of all these different profession and then pick and choose the one that you like. You also get an assessment of your profile and your portfolio from Coding Invaders consultation. Like consultants from our place will consult you and give a clear age assessment of your profile and portfolio and help you make a great one. And then at the end of it all, you get to choose which profession you want to get ahead with. If you are really a coding pro, you can go with a front end developer, a back end developer, a full stack. If management is your thing, like managing people, getting all the things done, doing things in time, then project management will be a great option for you. If you're a tech enthusiast and apps and everything really interests you, then something like mobile development will be your career and the way to go. So it is an 8 month course, and you can master your chosen profession, and we will teach you and train you from scratch. Also, now I see a lot of people asking that, what happens if I join the course and then I don't get a job? What happens if I register, I pay my money, and then I don't get a job? Trust me, guys, it's a heart to heart conversation that I'm going to have with you. But in life, education, job, everything is an investment, right? And every investment comes with a risk, for sure. Well, but not the one at Coding Invaders, for sure. At Coding Invaders, when you are registering for the course, you complete the course, we have a job guarantee program, which means after the job, we get on a written agreement with you where we ensure that you get a job, yes, there are certain terms and conditions. For example, you have to sit for your examinations, attend your classes for sure. So we make sure that the education that you're getting, you are getting it fully, and it's just not for the sake of it that you're registering, you're paying money and not doing anything. No, you have to do the course curriculum properly, you have to get skilled up, we ensure that, and only then you will get placed in a job. But if that entire placement does not happen, and god forbid you do not get placed, do not worry, we give 100% of your money back to you. Yes, so this is an investment that you make for life with zero risk. So all of you who had that kind of questions and doubts, I hope that part is very clear to you. So here we come to the 3 steps to choose your IT profession and create a dream career out of it. The first one, we know what is the best choice for you. Absolutely, we do, because we have certified consultants who will sit with you, talk with you, and help you decide what you like, what you're good at, and also measure what is in demand. We are never going to advise you to learn something or spend your time into mastering something that is not demanded in the market. Also, the courses that we have are all in demand IT courses. And yes, so you will be able to choose the profession that you are really interested in, that will makes you happy and makes you interested, and then we will get ahead from there. And as I mentioned, how you can choose the IT profession, we will help you, is mentioning 3 factors. The first factor is what you like. As I mentioned, you can like coding, you can like management, and etc. etc. What you're good at, you might be good at tech skills, you might be good at soft skills, and what is in demand. So we measure these 3 qualities and the 3 factors, and then advise you which particular course or which particular profession is the most suitable for you. So once we have chosen the IT profession, we get into a lot of in-depth sessions with you guys. So there are live IT sessions with professionals from mang companies, from different big MNCs that we have, a lot of Indian startups and abroad startups as well. So you get a chance to get in all these live sessions with them and talk to the CEOs, CMOs, owners, and everybody from those particular companies. We will also get into simple projects in groups, where you get to venture all these separate IT professions. So you will get a real life experience of how people in IT work on a day to day basis, the kind of jobs they take up, the kind of projects they get assigned to, and more. Third, we will have a personality test. As Hitesh mentioned, as important it is to have tech skills or hard skills, as we say, it is similarly important to, nurture your soft skills. So we will also do that. We will take personality test of yours, and we will help you understand your weaknesses and your strengths. Once we, understand your weakness, we will help you work on it. And when we understand your strength, we will work more on, strengthening them. And we will also get into a lot of assessment from the teachers and the mentors who will be teaching you, and help you understand that what you're good at and how you can benefit it more of it. And nothing but the less, we will get a feedback and a lot of recommendation from the career consultant based on the project and the test that you give to choose the right career path for you. So yes, after all this thing, we come to the second step, which is how you can choose or how you can master your chosen profession. So the first step was to choose your profession, which you did with an understanding of your own self and what the market needs, and a little bit of our own help. So now that you've chosen it, how to master it. So we and our course that we have, which is Start in IT from Scratch to Employment, we have gathered tools and skills and test assignments that only equips you and teaches you, the industry needed and the industry demanded tools and skills. We don't go around beating about the bush. We don't do that. Only the skills and tools and knowledge that the employers are asking for and is required in the job, we teach that. So you get the best of education, you get the best of knowledge, and you get to use that as well in your real job. And also we help you create a perfect candidate profile, resume, and everything for each profession, which will end up helping you applying for job, and you can show that later on in your life going forward to your employers. And yes, moving forward, we have we have this thing where we also will help you reach your career goals. Your career path is different and your career goals is different. So the first thing would be, as I mentioned, the tools and the skills to make you job ready, that will help you crack and hit that particular job. And then the second thing is that a lot of students that we have, and I see that a lot of people who are even commenting in the chat, a lot of attendees, they are also currently working. So for people who are working, their question might be that I work a 9 to 5 job or 9 to 10 to 7 job. How will I find time to get your course and even do the classes and everything? Do not worry, our classes and live sessions are scheduled and timed according to your own preferences, so that you never have to miss them, and you can attend our classes at your own convenience. And also the kind of courses that we have, the real life projects that we have, are almost 80% practice in job simulator, so that you can you get a better idea of how a real life atmosphere or work or a job looks like. And last but not the least, the best part about, as what Hitesh also mentioned, that one of the most important thing to grow in life and grow in career as well is to get mentor assistant, and we take that very seriously. So each and every student will get a 1:1 mentor assistance with us. So yes, as I mentioned, we have professional mentors with whom you can have 1:1 session anytime that you want at your own question, convenient time, and you can ask them, you can pick their brains about questions and tasks and doubts that you have. We also have a personal support team who will help you solve any sort of doubts and communications that you have, and also be behind your back like that teacher in our high school, to make sure that you are completing your tasks, and they will keep on following up individually as well. So yes, moving ahead, last but not the least, getting your dream job. As I mentioned, we have a guarantee program, a job guarantee 100%. But why do we do that, or why do we have the guarantee? It is because we are super proud and super confident on the course curriculum that we have. We know what employers want, and in exactly that thing, we know what employers want, and that knowledge we use into building our curriculum and teaching the only required tools to the students. That way, what we are teaching to you guys, all of you, is not any rubbish or extra knowledge that we generally have a tendency of learning in school or college, but it is only the most important thing that you will need going forward to make a career in IT for yourself. So we also help you make 300 to 1000 job applicants, and we do not stop until you get the job. So we have an entire process and an entire team sitting to support you, support your spine behind your back, and to just make sure that you just get your dream job. So yes, as I mentioned, and as Hitesh and I was discussing as well, to those of you who was there as well before, that 5 to 8 lakhs is just a number. You can go up to 30, 40, 50 as well, depending on where you are ending up the job with and how your career growth is. So if your goal to get into IT is 5 to 7 lakh LPA per annum, or within 1 year, it will grow exponentially and it will double up. And then, as Hitesh also mentioned previously, that the first 2 years, you have to do the bit of hard work like everyone has to do, but then the graph is only gonna go up and up. So yes, guys, IT today or tomorrow, there is no good time. Every day is a good time to shift yourself to IT. And to all of you, asking me, I see so many questions that are we going to learn coding languages? Are we going to learn? Yes, everyone is going to coding language, is going to learn it. For this particular course of ours, which is start in IT from scratch to employment, you will have an opportunity to understand and venture into 6 different types of IT profession for the initial 6 week, which is about 1.5 month. Once you are there for 1.5 month, venturing into different kind of IT professions, which is about 6 IT profession, then you get to decide which one you want to go ahead with. Now, if somebody is looking forward to learn coding and have a career, probably, in software development or as a mobile developer, a full stack or a front end, back end, and is a coding pro, you can go ahead with it. If somebody is more of a managerial person, has managerial traits, and is good in management, then project manager is the way to go. So it is on you. Whatever suits you out of the six in demand IT profession, you can choose it and master that and graduate that, and last but not the least, end up having the career of your choice and land your dream job with that. So yes, moving forward, last call for everyone. As I mentioned, I will be calling out the winner right now for the free SIT course, right? Okay. Okay, guys. Yes. You have to, if you have not already, in like registered for this, go ahead, register. I will give you guys 30 seconds. I will choose a random number, and the person whom I choose gets to win this course absolutely for free, absolutely for free. So take this chance. It's a golden opportunity. Trust me, I wouldn't let it go either. So go ahead. I'll give you 30 seconds more, while I'll just go ahead and check how many registrations have been there. So yes, in the next 30 seconds, I will call out for the winner. So yes, guys, go ahead and quickly register. The link is given in the chat box below. Just click on it, type your basic details, and you should be good to go. 30-second, guys. It starts now. Okay, just let me check how many people are there. I will quickly share my screen so that you all can also see with me who gets to be the winner. Guys, just let me know in the chat box if you can see my screen. Just quickly let me know, please. Quickly. Just let me know if you can see my screen, if it's visible to all of you. Okay, yes, thank you, everyone. So, yes, how many people do we have here who have registered for the contest? We have 121 right now, as you all can see. I'll do a quick refresh. Okay, 121 it is. One last refresh, guys. If none of you have done it, if somebody's left, do it right now. That's it. How many do we have? 122. Okay, one quick refresh for you guys again. I don't want any of you to lose on this chance because it's a great one. Okay, 122 it is. So now I'm going to go up on this website, which will kind of help me into finding a random number, random generator, and that particular number is going to be the winner for today's contest. Okay, last refresh to check. It's 124 and we stop at 124. That's it. Woo, 54. Okay, guys, I hope all of you can see the number. It's 54. So who is number 54? Himanshu Soni. Himanshu Soni is number 54. Okay, guys, I think we have the winner for today. Himanshu, congratulations, Himanshu. We are super happy. A person, somebody from our team will absolutely connect you right after the end of this webinar, and will guide you how you win that. So yes, you guys see, not a problem to those of you who did not win. Join in later on. And okay, so we again are having a lot of questions. Okay, Jitendra, we just announced the name of the winner. It is Himanshu. Himanshu is the winner for today, and uh, you guys can join in our next webinar. We have a webinar almost every week, once a week. We have webinars where we talk with a lot of experienced people who have experience in IT and have joined us. They join us for a masterclass. They share their experience, and trust me, even if you even if you don't want to have anything from it, it is very knowledgeable. So you can just join in, pop in, and listen to their life stories and experience, and it's always overwhelming and knowledgeable. So yes, with that, thank you so much for being such patient audience, being here for the last 1.5 years, listening to Hitesh and me. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Himanshu, congratulations for being today's winner, emerging out as today's winner. And I hope all of you had a great time, listening to Hitesh, and whatever experience and ideas and knowledge that he shared with you. To those of you who are interested into joining our course, we are running a discount right now only for you guys, for the people who have joined in webinar. So go ahead, the link is in the chat box. Click on it and register right now to get this particular course on a discounted price for yourself. And great, great webinar, great masterclass, by the way. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeevan. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Arun. Thank you, Jitendra. Thank you, Mayur. Thank you, Avinash. Thank you, Pratush. Thank you, Ankush. Thank you, Neeta. Thank you, everyone. This is very overwhelming for everyone. I hope you had all a great time. Thank you so much. I will see you again in our next webinar. Follow us on our social media. You can also follow me on LinkedIn. And if you have any doubts, or if you want some guidance or some ideas, or you want to simply join one of our courses, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Ananya Dey. You can send me a request on LinkedIn, and we can simply talk there and have a one-to-one discussion about how you want your career to pan out, and have a great career in IT. So yes, everyone, bye bye. Have a great evening. Have a great night. Thank you so much. Looking forward to see you all again in our next webinar. Go ahead, click on the registration link and join our SIT course right now. So yes, everyone, bye bye. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone.